45, 45, 90 triangles. 45, 45, 90 triangles are special right triangles with one 90-degree angle and two 45-degree angles. All 45, 45, 90 triangles are considered special isosceles triangles. The 45, 45, 90 triangle has three unique properties that make it special and unlike all the other triangles. To identify 45, 45, 90 special right triangles, check for these three identifying properties. The polygon is an isosceles right triangle. The two side lengths are congruent and their opposite angles are congruent. The hypotenuse, longest side, is the length of either leg times the square root of 2. All 45, 45, 90 triangles are similar because they all have the same interior angles. 45, 45, 90 triangles also have two unique ratios to know. The ratio of the sides, which is 1 to 1 to the square root of 2. The ratio of the angles, which is 1 to 1 to 2. To solve for the hypotenuse length of a 45, 45, 90 triangle, you can use the 45, 45, 90 theorem, which says the length of the hypotenuse of a 45, 45, 90 triangle is the square root of 2 times the length of a leg. You can also use the general form of the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of the hypotenuse of a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Here is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Let's use both methods to find the unknown measure, starting with the 45, 45, 90 triangle theorem. First, we plug the length of the leg into our 45, 45, 90 theorem formula. Then, we do the math and we get our answer. The hypotenuse equals 83.4386 yards. Now let's use the Pythagorean theorem to solve the same triangle. Plug in the known leg value, then we do the math and we get our answer. C equals 83.4386 yards. Both methods produce the same result. The main rule of 45, 45, 90 triangles is that it has one right angle, while the other two angles each measure 45 degrees. Another rule is that the two sides of the triangle or legs of the triangle that form the right angle are congruent in length. Knowing these basic rules makes it easy to construct a 45, 45, 90 triangle. The easiest way to construct a 45, 45, 90 triangle is to construct a square with the sides equal to the desired length of the triangle's legs. Construct either diagonal of the square. Striking the diagonal of the square creates two congruent 45, 45, 90 triangles. Half of a square that has been cut by a diagonal is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. The diagonal becomes the hypotenuse of a right triangle. Practice solving 45, 45, 90 triangles using the practice problems in the lesson below.